Ever wonder what The Simpsons would look like in this year, 2024? Well, if their track record is anything to go by, Bart is probably the President of the United States. That's right, folks, the spiky-haired, slingshot-wielding 10-year-old prankster could be running the show. And if that's the case, we're in for a wild ride. Now, if you're a fan of The Simpsons, you know that the show has a knack for eerily accurate predictions. From Donald Trump's presidency to the discovery of the Higgs boson particle, it's as if the writers have a crystal ball tucked away in the writer's room. The only thing they've failed to predict accurately is the end of their own show. I mean, 35 seasons and counting. Who saw that coming? On the flip side, maybe The Simpsons is less of a predictor and more of a guide to the future. Think about it. They've given us a glimpse of the future so often, maybe we've just started to subconsciously follow their lead. It's like we're living in a world scripted by Matt Groening and his team. Talk about life imitating art. But back to Bart. If he's the president, it's safe to say that we can expect 4 years of elaborate pranks, epic skateboarding through the White House, and maybe even a law mandating the consumption of Butterfingers. And let's not forget the presidential address delivered in Bart's signature catchphrase, "Eat my shorts." On a more serious note, if Bart is the president, it begs the question, who's in his cabinet? Is Lisa his vice president, using her smarts to steer the country in the right direction? Or maybe Marge is the first lady, keeping things together with her trademark patience and love. And so, we come to the million-dollar question, if Bart is the president, does that mean Principal Skinner is his Secretary of State? Now that's a cabinet meeting I'd love to see. In 2024, The Simpsons probably have a robot dog that not only fetches the paper but also reads it to Homer while making his morning coffee. Now isn't that a vision of the future? Over the years, our beloved Simpsons have had quite a few hilarious takes on technological advancements. From smart glasses that display the wearer's thoughts to a voice-activated self-cleaning house, the show has never shied away from poking fun at the future. Take Homer, for example. In spite of living in a world where technology is as commonplace as a donut at the Quickie Mart, he still can't manage to hold down a steady job. Now that's irony for you. He's been an astronaut, a boxer, a bodyguard for the mayor, and even a country and western manager, yet he still ends up back at the power plant pressing the same old buttons. And let's not forget about the time when Homer got an auto dialer. What did he do with this marvel of modern technology? He used it to prank call his neighbors, of course, because what else would you do with an auto dialer in the Simpsons universe? Then there's the episode where Marge gets a job at the power plant and a computer is introduced into the Simpson household for the first time. The family's reaction is priceless, with Bart using it to write school papers without doing any real work, and Lisa becoming addicted to an online role-playing game. And of course, who can forget the time when Bart and Lisa found a secret room in their house controlled by a futuristic computer that catered to their every whim. But as always in the world of The Simpsons, the technology eventually turns on them, leading to hilarious consequences. In the end, the show's take on technology is both funny and insightful, reminding us that despite all the advances, some things never change, like how Homer is still Homer and Marge, well, her hair is still defying the laws of physics and gravity, no technology needed for that. In the world of The Simpsons, it's 2024 and Maggie is still a baby. How's that for anti-aging cream? Now you might be scratching your head, wondering how in the world little Maggie Simpson has managed to stay in diapers for over 30 years. Well, welcome to the running gag of the Simpson universe, the everlasting youth of its characters. The Simpsons have a knack for bending reality to its whims. And one of the show's most enduring quirks is the fact that despite the passage of real-world time, the Simpson family remains frozen in their original forms. Bart, forever 10, Lisa, perpetually 8, and Maggie, the eternal pacifier-sucking infant. It's a joke that's been running for as long as the series itself, a tongue-in-cheek nod to the timeless nature of these iconic characters. But what if in 2024, Maggie finally adds another word to her very limited vocabulary? Picture this: the Simpson family embroiled in a typical squabble over something utterly trivial, maybe whether a hot dog is a sandwich or not. Amidst the cacophony of voices, little Maggie, sitting in her high chair, utters her second word. But alas, in true Simpson fashion, no one hears it because they're too busy arguing. The irony, of course, is that Maggie, despite being the youngest, often comes across as the wisest Simpson. She's the silent observer, taking in the madness that unfolds around her with a level of comprehension that belies her age, or lack thereof. It's as if she's the embodiment of the old adage, still waters run deep. So let's raise our glasses as we look forward to another year of Maggie being the smartest Simpson, even though she's still in diapers. And who knows, maybe 2024 will be the year she finally gets the recognition she deserves. But until then, we'll continue laughing at the absurdity of the Simpson family's eternal youth, as we always have and as we always will. So, here's to another year of Maggie being the smartest Simpson and still no one realizing it. The Simpsons have predicted everything from presidents to Super Bowl winners, so who's the big celebrity of 2024 according to them? Probably a singing goldfish or something. Yes, you heard it right. The Simpsons have an uncanny knack for predicting the rise of unexpected celebrities. They've brought us everything from a boxing kangaroo to a stand-up comedian octopus. And let's not forget the time when a singing cactus became the biggest pop sensation in Springfield. It's all part of the show's charm, really. They take the ordinary, add a dash of the extraordinary, and voila, we have a new star. It's this outlandish imagination that has often hit closer to home than we might think. It's almost as if the writers have a crystal ball, or perhaps a magic 8-ball would be more fitting. So what's on the cards for 2024? Well, according to The Simpsons, we should be keeping our eyes peeled for a singing goldfish. Sounds absurd, doesn't it? But remember when they predicted a reality TV star would become president? Or when they foresaw the winner of the Super Bowl 3 years in a row? Suddenly a singing goldfish doesn't seem so far-fetched. And that's the beauty of The Simpsons. They take these absurd ideas and make them so compelling that we can't help but wonder, could this actually happen? After all, their track record for predictions is quite impressive. They've managed to predict major events with an accuracy that would make even Nostradamus envious. But it's not just about the predictions. It's about the way the show uses humor and satire to reflect our society and culture. They take our obsessions with celebrity culture, turn it on its head, and give us something to laugh about. And who knows, maybe one day we'll all be humming along to the tunes of a singing goldfish. So, keep an eye out for that singing goldfish. You heard it here first. Well, there you have it, The Simpsons in 2024, a world where Bart is president, technology is hilariously advanced, Maggie is still a baby, and the biggest celebrity is a singing goldfish. Let's take a moment to appreciate the genius that is The Simpsons. It's a show that's been keeping us entertained with its sharp wit, pop culture references, and uncanny ability to predict the future. But it's not just about the predictions, it's about the laughs too. Who could forget the moment when Bart, with his typical boyish charm, takes the oath as president? Or the time when technology in Springfield got so advanced that even Homer could operate a quantum physics machine without causing a nuclear meltdown. It's a testament to the show's writers and their knack for satire that we can laugh at these outrageous scenarios. The Simpsons is not just a cartoon, it's a cultural phenomenon. It's a mirror held up to society, reflecting our triumphs, our failures, and our quirks in the most humorous way possible. And who can overlook the eternal youth of the characters? Maggie, the forever baby, still sucking on her pacifier, oblivious to the chaos around her. The show's timeless nature is part of its charm. It's a comforting constant in a world that's ever-changing. The show's ability to weave in celebrities into its narrative is another thing that sets it apart. The biggest celebrity of 2024? A singing goldfish, of course. It's these kind of outrageous, hilarious, and sometimes eerily accurate predictions that keep us coming back for more. So as we look forward to another year of laughter and predictions with The Simpsons, let's remember to keep our sense of humor intact. After all, in the world of The Simpsons, the ridiculous is the norm, and the impossible is just another day in Springfield. Remember, in the world of The Simpsons, anything is possible. So keep laughing and stay tuned for their next outrageous prediction. Until then, keep it epic.